as I've known you, Neil, everything that we do, you make eye contact with me the whole time.
Yeah, that's it. No, you got it.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mark.
That's right, Mark's with us today. Woo! Which means it's a 3-hour episode of
I am verbose.
Today we are talking the two big movies that are out at the theater this past weekend. Not Moana 2 and Wicked. We already covered those.
Yep.
But this week, first, we are going to be covering the one and only Lord of the Rings, The War of Rohirrim.
Rohirrim, I think.
I called it row your boat.
The War of Rohirrim.
Yes.
Featuring the one, the only, you know him. He is the Brian Cox.
Whatever. If you count them out, deadlock. Continuity prevails. I'm chairman. Casting vote. I win. It's fucking over. What's the vote? My son. That was your best shot. You lost.
I think there's some doubt as to whether he lost.
And Kendall, Frank, Asher, Alona, off the board, fired with immediate effect.
I don't think you're able to do that.
Security! I'm in the middle of turning a fucking tanker. Frank,
in-house. You
you're
don't
fired.
need to call security.
I have some doubt.
I'm in the middle of turning a fucking tanker! Yeah!
From season 1, episode 6 of Succession.
One of the greatest fucking shows of all time. If you haven't ever watched Succession, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You're probably watching something stupid like, I don't know.
Monday Night Raw
show that people. Monday Night Raw is amazing right now, bro. It's the highest rated show every week,
Sure.
next to Monday Night Football. Geo Wiz is in this as well.
Geo Ice.
That's why I said Geo Wiz.
Let us end this, Wolf, as it began, with you and I. If I best you in combat, you let my people go.
Why would I agree to such terms? You have nothing to offer me!
You may wear a crown upon your head, but that does not make you a king. You are too much of a coward to face my father. So face me now.
From actually The War of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Yep.
Yes, because I cannot find a damn clip for her anywhere. And I dug deep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was like, after an hour and a half, I was just like, all right, I give up on her.
Mm-hmm.
I gave up like an hour and a half. I tried clips.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I had to die. I died alone the night. Yeah. All right, anyway, also in this movie, who else did I put in this one? Oh, Miranda Otto.
You fool. No man can kill me.
Yeah.
Die now.
I am no man.
I am no man.
So that's when Hermione killed the Dementor, right?
Yes.
That is when Hermione killed her mentor.
That's such a great line. So like, you know, in this age of woke and girl bosses gone wrong, it was such a perfect girl moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am no man. And she stabbed him with her giant penis, her giant sorry penis. right in his mouth face. That may have been a different Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I think that was Lord of the G Strings.
Yeah.
With
it's the day
or the cock rings. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
What was that girl? She was all in the dirty Cinemax movies that did Lord of the G-Strings. Misty Moonday.
Okay.
Misty Moonday.
All right.
Mr. Moonday.
We got another one.
That's. Do you have the complete collection from her?
Yes.
I bet you have Spider Broad. What was the other one? Spider Broad or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember them. I just remember anytime I turn on Cinemax, at like past 10 o'clock, she'd be on it. And Luca Passacuela.
We'll do that. That works, I think.
As you look around you, gentlemen, you see nothing more than, well, a work in progress. I mean, and let's face it, not unlike many of the other ramshackle establishments flogging paella up and down the Costa.
It's a bit hot in here, don't you think?
You might want to consider putting a few ceiling fans.
Yeah. Now, what I ask of you is to call upon your imaginations and cast your minds to a time in the future where the Bunker Bar is not just one of the Costa del Sol's best destinations, but the only one worth going to. Now imagine it, a place where the Euro elite will be treated to an oceanfront experience like no other.
What else we got on today? Got a charity to do it for.
That's from Snatch the TV show, right? That's the TV version of that?
Snatch the TV show.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to look for more of his stuff from, Battlestar Galactica, but I could not find anything from Battlestar Galactica.
And I do want to honor the actor. His name is pronounced Luca Pasqualino.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
Passamamassa. No. I said Passamamassa. No.
Earlier, like, didn't you hear in the clip? He goes, my name. He said, my name is Luca Passacuela. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Passamaquoddy. I know.
Remember Ding Dong.
Oh,
you guys know the reference? Do you know what I'm singing?
All right, so those are no.
It's from the 80s Pete's Dragon.
Actually, you guys are really delayed. I might have to go in and out real quick.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think I noticed that he was coming in really late.
Have you ever seen the 80s Pete's Dragon?
No, man. It's been years. I mean, I have seen it, but again, I've been 20 years. Literally. So
I want to say I watched it around the time the remake came out because I was showing it to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
It is, of my childhood movies, it is one of my all-time favorites, but that's not what I came here to tell you. I came here to tell you, Chris, how much I admire you.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
More so than that. You're actually becoming like a very important person in my life. You are now my go-to indie snob guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to hear it.
I reference you. Don't tell Neil this, but I reference you a lot on Damn You Hollywood. And maybe you know that because you'll actually listen to the show, which makes you that much cooler in my eyes. But like, I will often find myself saying like, oh, well, Chris liked it. As like a measuring stick.
Restream just signed me out. That's what was going
on. What happened, dude? Why?
I don't know. It completely signed me out, and I had to remember the password and everything. It didn't even save it on my queue, which that's weird too. Is someone hacking my shit right now? Did I piss someone off? You know what? I am sorry, Luca. I did not mean to mispronounce.
That's what happened.
Name.
You mispronounced his name, so he signed you out. He's been listening. All right,
oh my God. Okay, so where was I at? What was it?
Damn Italian hackers.
We're done. We're now
people.
Now let's talk about the second movie, Kraven the Hunter.
Oh yeah. So first, So those were all the people from Lord of the Rings. Now we're going to talk about probably one of the greatest Spider-Man movies since Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Without Spider-Man in it. Look at that. Those are real. Yeah. Those are not CGI'd. Those are his real abs, people.
Those abs might be the best part of that movie.
Oh, 100%.
No. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I want a great
cheese. I don't mean to objectify him. We shouldn't objectify people. People are people, not things. Mm-hmm. But I do want a great cheese off those abs.
Yeah.
I just want to grind cheese against him on my salad.
I just want to be like, can I touch that and just start poking it, you know?
Right. I have clothing that needs washing.
All right. I want you guys to know this, though. Like, literally, in doing my research for after I watched the movies and stuff like that, there's literally a video of someone's like, It's like, yeah, we did not have to airbrush those. Those are his real abs. He spends like 22 of the 24 hours in the gym every day. And yes, he will allow you to touch them.
And that's where
he's
made like the honey lady, you know?
I feel like we're good.
If the gods love us, that's all I'll ask. But if the gods love us, there will be a shirtless buddy comedy between Aaron Taylor Johnson and the guy from Hot Frosty. And they are just...
Oh, Hot Frosty!
Shirtless.
I forgot you guys finally reviewed that, didn't you?
Yep. Shirtless and muscular and amazing and...
Did he not have like 27 abs on Hot Frosty? It was like he had abs in places I didn't even know abs could exist. Anyway, different movie. We're talking about Kraven the Hunter. Aaron Taylor Johnson, everybody.
Like Batman and Robin.
Nobody wants to be Robin.
What's wrong with Robin? Would you like Big Daddy's Robin?
Okay, Robin wishes he was me.
What I'm trying to say is we should be partners. You and me like the dynamic duo.
I'm in the NFL, Dave. You play Pee-wee.
So train me. I want to walk the walk, and you're the closest thing I know to a real superhero. Aren't you tired of being on your own? Don't you want to know someone's there for you? Someone who's got your back?
And you'll do anything I say.
Anything.
Hit me.
You're a 15-year-old girl.
That's from Kick-Ass 2, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be the original Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
No, it's Kick-Ass 2.
Or was it really?
Yeah, she's 15, and like the first one, she's like 11. Saying the
she's 12.
Whatever.
She's 12 in the first one. She's 15 in the second one.
Still saying the fuck word, the cunt word, which is...
Because Big Daddy dies at the end of Kick-Ass 1.
Oh, well, fucking spoiler for people.
Spoiler for a movie that's 15 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Damn.
Everybody, you'll never know, but Vader is really Luke's dad.
They eventually left Vietnam at the end of Apocalypse Now.
Soylent Green are people. Anyway, whatever. Ariana DeBose, everybody.
Tell Tony. You tell that murderer Maria ain't coming. Gino, you found out about them, Tony and Maria. He shot her. Maria is dead. You tell him that.
From a West Side Story, right?
Yes. Yeah. Officer Karupke, my life was so rough. With all my parents' marijuana, they never gave me a puff.
That was my son's favorite song in that musical.
Nice. Me and your son's awesome. You raised him right.
Yeah, the amount of full-grown middle-aged men my son keeps attracting as friends. You, my friend Dorian.
I don't know who said that's bad on me or them. Okay, cool. Also, the one, the only. I had to pull it because he was the greatest emperor of all times. That's right, Mr. Fred Heckinger.
Your wife, yes. Remember the privileges we have granted her? Where is she now to ignore such an occasion?
There are victories yet still to come. Persia. India. Both must be conquered.
Rome has so many subjects. She must feed them.
They can eat war.
Yeah, from Gladiator 2.
Gladiator 2. I wanted one of those one of those scenes where he went completely fucking bonkers. I could not find it, and I was upset. And I was like, well, I guess the movie's still in the theater. You can't really, people can't really digitally.
Yeah. And then we got one person you missed.
Oh yes, the man that is so big now, you could probably call him a murder of crows, Mr. Russel Crowe.
Is there any chance that you could ignore what I just did?
Of course. What are old friends for?
Is that what we are, Martin? Friends?
John, of course. course, we always have been.
Alicia and I think that fitting in, being part of a community, might do me some good. At a certain level of attachment, familiar places, familiar people, might help me elbow out these certain delusions that I have.
From a beautiful mind. So.
Yes, because I figured if we're going to talk about a movie like Kraven the Hunter, we have to get something that just compares his acting skills comparatively about how good he was in this movie compared to how good he was in Beautiful Mind. Talking about Kraven the Hunter coming up next.
Okay.
Chris, tell her.
A movie so good it killed an entire franchise. To the point where there are now rumors Sony wants to sell Spider-Man back to Marvel.
We'll talk about that in a moment. That's later.
The Black Saturday of comics and movies.
Chris!
Yeah, you can find
Tell everybody where you can find us.
Find us online at moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at WTMnet.com, W2MSMoviesNet.com. Find us there. We're at Blue Sky, Movies Don't Suck Podcast. We're at MTS Podcast on Instagram. We have Patreon, patreon.com/Movies Don't Suck. We got go to TeePublic, Blackwood Dash Productions. You'll find our shirts there. All the bunch of the stuff Neil's made. Bonfire.com/Movies Don't Suck. And someday you'll find more of that. And also, where do you find podcasts? Like YouTube, wherever you find that shit, we're there. So, yeah, find us there. Where do you find podcasts when Movies Don't Suck? Something new. Neil. Not Neil. Mark, I want to hear your deets. Give your details out for people who want to follow you.
Yeah, absolutely. We are at W2Mnet.com. Our YouTube is W2M Network. If you're looking at traditional audio, it's Radulich Broadcasting Network. All my stuff is Radulich Broadcasting Network. Mm-hmm. We usually record Mondays and Thursdays and the occasional Sunday.
And you got a TikTok, right?
Yeah. Yep. You can see it on the screen there. But for those of you who are just listening, it's at Mark Radulich, MarkRadulich on TikTok.
Yeah, let's hope hopefully that's still around in another 6 months.
Yeah, or we'll just be on YouTube doing the same shit.
Neil, who are we talking about today?
Today, man, we're going to be celebrating. I got a buddy, and him and a couple other buddies just started a new business. And I'm going to support them because I support what they do. And that is called A Place for Music. Now, A Place for Music, what it is, it's where actual local musicians come in and teach people how to play musical instruments. Now, by any means, this place doesn't look like the coolest place in the world, but these people are local musicians right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that will take you no matter what your age, doesn't matter who you are. If you want to shred a guitar, if you want to learn how to hit the drums, if you want to, play keyboards, like they got where's the keyboard player? There's keyboard player here. I see him all the time at different venues. This guy, Jeff, he's a good guitar player that plays in 3 or 4 different bands. But my buddy plays in 7 different bands and opens Christmas and does open March. And his name is Onion. And this is Onion. That's my buddy. Because that's exactly the kind of people I like hanging out with.
Onion looks like he's a lot of fun.
He also looks like
he is a lot of fun.
And I would believe his name is actually Onion. Like I see him obviously. That's Onion.
And Onion literally is also a huge pro wrestling fan. I run into him all the time at wrestling events. That's why we've become such good buddies. But A Place for Music is located at 2909 South Sheridan in Tulsa, Oklahoma, 918-605-9342. If you want to learn how to play instruments with local musicians here in Tulsa, one of the biggest music cities in the United States of America, let us know. Let them know. Call them up. They need to do that for a living forever because they're the best guys ever. I can't even tell you how nice they are. And I wish my stuff would work today because nothing is working on my screen. This is going to be a fun episode.
All right. Well, that's
right. Nothing's working on my screen properly. That's weird.
I believe you. But I think we need to talk about movies now because we're 25 minutes and we haven't done that yet. right,
but we talked for like 10 minutes before we even did the podcast. Let's talk podcasts, I guess. Let's talk about the movies.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Let's talk about
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Baby.
Let's talk about
you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things
that may be. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about Lord of the Rings.
I want to shoot, baby, shoot.
Let's talk. Hold on. So, okay, so yeah, let's talk about the Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim, directed by Kenji Kamiyama. He's a pretty prolific anime director. Did things like Akira. He worked on that. Ghost in the Shell, all that stuff. This stars. It's written by Jeffrey Addis, Will Matthews, and Phoebe Gittins. This stars Brian Cox as Helm. Yes, Neil. Can you hear me? What's going on?
Anywho.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with Neil. He was like, hey. So we'll wait for him to come back. Or I can just go through these people. It's not like he's not.
I think you should just keep going.
Okay. This says Brian Cox as Helm.
Whatever. If you count them out, deadlock.
Gaia Weiss as Hera.
Let us end this, Wolf.
Miranda Otto as Ewan.
You fool.
And Luca Pasqualino as Wolf.
As you look around you, gentlemen, you see nothing more than...
Neil, are you there? Can you hear me? We see you.
Yeah, we see you, Neil.
You see me because I can't see any of you guys, and it's all gray.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. I am having some major problems on my side today.
Just to be clear, I can hear and see both of you.
Yeah, same here.
Are you naked?
Well, no, but I can be.
Do you need to restart your computer?
All right. Well, I'm going to have to reload it. I'm going to have to reload again because
It's okay, Neil. I'm here. I have Chris. Chris, I have you.
Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah, so you're saying that I'm your indie movie guy?
Yeah, you're my new indie snob movie guy, and I literally will use you as a measuring stick for like certain. Well, Chris liked it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw Queer yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's if you've read Queer, it's basically the same thing. It really is.
Yeah, I have not read Queer. I didn't know anything about the movie, but I did hear the critically acclaimed guys review it.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. There's a part of me that hopes it doesn't get nominated for a Best Picture, so I'm not forced to see it, but not for the reasons you think. It just, I heard their review of it, and I'm sure it's spectacular, but the gist I got didn't seem interesting to me.
So the only thing I think it might get nominated for is for Daniel Craig's Best Actor. I don't think it nominated for Best Picture. It's not quite, because like the book, it feels unfinished. Like I read Queer. I knew I was seeing Queer, so, and it's a short book. It's like 130 pages. So I zoomed through it the night before I saw it, and so that was still fresh in my mind. I was like, well, that's kind of verbatim, but again, it felt unfinished. And I think the movie's the same way, and they reference things I don't think it should. And I like the director Luca Guadagnino, but I don't see being on their Best Picture.
I'll never forgive Luca for challengers. Nominated for Best Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes.
And
what the hell is that? I was talking about that earlier last week or the week before when they nominated everything. It's like, how is that? What was the other movie? There's a second movie in there too that was in musical and comedy. I'm like, neither one of these
The Substance.
are music. The Substance
or comedy, right? Yeah, I don't know how they got musical or comedy out of The Substance.
Yeah,
it's like it had music in it, and I laughed at the end.
It's a great
movie.
It's funny.
I fucking laughed hard.
It's funny that women are naked. Is that it? Is that?
I mean, women are funny looking with their boobies and vaginas and whatnot.
It was so good, though. I love The Substance so much. Neil,
oh my god!
Neil, read the storyline for Lord of the Rings over here.
I have no problem getting dates despite my ridiculous opinions. I just want everyone to know that. Oh, did we fucking lose Neil again?
Are we losing you again, dude? Yeah.
I'm gonna start thinking salt and pepper if he doesn't.
I'm hearing you guys in and out. If like at the beginning of the thing you just said, I just heard like oh, and then like boom, you went out.
Okay.
Like the thing that just happened to our screen, I did that 10 minutes ago. I'm just trying to do the normal things I do, and right now everything is. I think I got to reboot. I think I got to reboot my whole computer, guys. And I didn't want to do it, but I think I really have to.
You go ahead and reboot. We're gonna keep the fires.
It's not hot or warm or anything, so this
Yeah, Neil's leaving.
Yeah, he's freezing up real bad.
Yeah, and I want this didn't happen that often, but it does happen. And but you and I don't think we have a delay or anything like that.
Nope.
No,
so far, you and I are able to conversate like normal humans.
Yeah. I had a random 3 days off this week, so since Saturday I've been in a movie every day. So Saturday I saw Kraven. Sunday I saw Lord of the Rings. Monday I saw Queer. Tuesday, which was yesterday, I saw a screening of Dinner in America. Tonight after the podcast, I'm going to see The Order, and then tomorrow I'm going to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
So similar schedule over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I saw Kraven and War of the Rohirrim on Sunday with both my kids.
Yeah.
This Sunday I'm seeing Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm probably going to see A Complete Unknown the day after Christmas Day.
Yeah.
With my kids.
Yeah.
I checked the parents guide. I think I'm good there.
Yeah.
While on the Saturday, I think January 4th, the Saturday that my kids are with their mom, I'm going to try to fit in a double feature of Nosferatu and Baby Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have time to see... I won't have any other time to see them than that particular Saturday, but also I want the cinematic whiplash of Nosferatu and Baby Girl.
If I have any time on Christmas Day, I'm gonna try to see Nosferatu that day, because I am so fucking pumped for the movie. Of all the movies that I've seen this year, that is my Wolverine.
And then I think that Saturday, whatever Saturday is, where I think World's End is when I'm going to see Mufasa.
Dude, I don't know if I want to see that.
I don't want to see it.
Yes.
Let's put it this way. There's a gangbang party the same night we were supposed to review it. I really came close to telling my friend who I go to these things with, I'll just go to the gangbang party. It's got to be better. Neil, the gangbang party I was invited to has got to be better than Mufasa the Lion King.
That's true, Neil. Did you freeze out?
I don't know if he got that at all. Yeah, now he looks frozen again. But he looks nice pixelated.
Yeah, he does. It's a nice clear picture of Neil. Oh, there's eyes.
I saw his eyes move.
Neil.
It's like fucking working on a dead body.
Do I need to leave, Neil? Do you think that maybe I'm the problem, like the kink in this?
Better than Monty Python?
Wow.
No, you're frozen up, dude.
What is going on today?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Oh. Neil, do you want me to try to leave? Do you think I could that will help at all? Oh, he loves
so anyway,
yeah.
Can I talk to you about the movie that we're supposed to be reviewing?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. The Warfare. Am I just meeting you today?
So Robert's brother just wrote in from YouTube. The car crash I saw earlier today will be better than Mufasa. That's got to be on the DVD box. Mufasa, less good than gangbang parties and car crashes. Mufasa.
Yeah.
All right. So War of the Row Your Boat.
Mm.
If we ever get to actually reviewing the movie, I'll tell you I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It's a solid 2 for me on out of 3. But here's my problem. I hate that it exists.
I'm with you, man. I know why it exists too. Like so for people who don't know, this is New Line Cinema's attempt to keep the rights of War of the Rings in their hands.
Just above an ash can copy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's just there, and they use the cheapest way they could keep it. You know, like and so there's something quick and easy to do that, and it's pretty middling. I don't know.
They recycled Howard Shore's music.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a bunch of different criticism videos of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to comment on the way they characterized Hera, who's the lead gal in this. But someone did make a point of saying, and this is a big problem for me, they took 2 pages of the appendices and made this story.
Mm-hmm.
And then they still had to invent a whole lot of stuff out of whole cloth because nothing is said of Hera.
Yeah.
What is said in the appendices is Helm Hammerhand, who's what this movie should have been about, if you're going to do this, had a daughter. She was of no consequence and played no role in anything.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, and the Critical Drinker, I'm going to credit him where credit's due, made a really funny video basically reading the plot of War of the Rohirrim, but set the images to Brave. Because it's the exact same fucking plot.
Neil, you there, right? You can hear us, right? Yeah, you got. We'll speak up, dude, and make sure we can hear you.
I don't want to say, I didn't want to interrupt his point, and now you're interrupting it. Let him continue his point so you don't have to edit it all the fuck.
Well,
now,
I'm not edit it regardless of all the fuck, dude. I'm not doing a lot of shit with this one. Oh, there you go, Neil. All right, we got this. Are you good now?
I think you're finally back all the way,
yeah,
Neil.
dude. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So what did you think of, I think did that enter your point, or were you done with your point, Mark?
They concocted the entire Brave storyline from the Pixar movie, slapped it on this character invented nearly out of whole cloth, and made an entire 2.5-hour movie over 2 pages in an appendices.
Yeah.
All for the purpose of retaining the rights to the Lord of the Ring, to make Lord of the Rings movies, to which I say, this is a practice that needs to end.
Yep, with you.
Like, either make a movie proper or a TV show proper with craft and care, or just let the fucking rights revert.
I don't think
I don't understand. Like, do they not have somebody who works at these studios that says, hey, in 5 years, we're going to lose the rights to this. We need to do something. Like, the night before it's fucking due routine that they're doing doesn't really work for me, bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm done.
Neil, what did you think of this movie, The War of the Rings, A War of Rohirrim?
It's one of the most beautiful cinematic pieces of art that
Calm
I've
the
seen
fuck
in the
down.
last
Calm the fuck down.
year. Every scene, you can literally pause this movie anywhere, and it's a poster. Like, literally, you can pause it anywhere, and it just looks like it's a damn beautiful poster that you can hang up on your wall. The artwork in this is ridiculous. Now, that's all the good things I'm going to say about this movie. This fucking movie makes no fucking sense whatsoever. It has member berries like, hey, remember that Kraken that tried to get Frodo? Yeah, it lives in Rohan too for some fucking weird reason, which is like saying a camel from Egypt lives in my backyard. You know, it's like literally like taking creatures that don't live in the same areas and moving them across the universe. There's no elephants in the area of Rohan. Like, literally, it's the writer's fields. Come on, read a fucking book. But anyway, but this is my biggest problem. Mark actually thinks
Nerd! Yeah.
Well, I mean, years from now, you don't want to be like, yes, and the alligators that were in North Texas that killed along the border of Oklahoma. You know, like it's, that's what I'm saying. They're taking creatures from a whole different area and all that. But right on Mark's point, he had it knocked out of the field. This was a movie that they made it for the rights. Is it beautifully drawn? Yes, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful. I mean, it's way better than what.
Are you like a big anime person? Is that why you're saying that?
No, sir. I am a big everything person. Haven't you noticed?
I didn't think the animation in this being exceptional, personally.
Yeah,
I thought it was beautiful.
Somebody compared it to like watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z. And I've not watched much Dragon Ball Z, but I have watched a fair amount of, because of my daughter, Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And there seemed to be that kind of style to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I like see me, I'm not like a deep anime fan, but I do watch the main ones. Like I've watched Attack of the Titans, I've watched Ninja Scroll, I've seen Akira, whatever. I don't need to give you my credits, but I literally
North Star.
North Star.
So my wife grew up on anime, so the most recent
I get
full thing. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you? I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to do that.
That's cool. The computer's interrupting me. You're interrupting me. I'll just fucking sit over here. I'll just turn my microphone off.
I was trying to get into the conversation, but Neil's now is butthurt about it.
No, Neil only wants to talk to me. But if you interrupt, then you're bad.
So real quick, I've watched a full series of animes in the last year and a half. I watched Fruits Basket. I don't know what Fruits Basket is, but it is a show for women. I watch it with my wife.
Yes, you 13-year-old girl. My daughter loves Fruit Baskets.
Dude, I watched it and I fucking enjoyed it.
I don't know.
Do you also love Twisted Wonderland?
No, I didn't.
Hey, girl. Hey. I watched some episodes of Thundercats today while I was working on stuff.
Okay. I'm surrounded by children.
All right. Anyway, Neil,
have I told you about Hot Frosty? Sorry.
You don't have to tell me shit about Hot Frosty. I've seen that twice.
I can't wait to tell you where that's going to land on my top 10.
At least an honorable mention.
You're in for a fucking treat when we do our end of the year show. Let me tell you. Chris is gonna. I'm waiting to see if Chris rips his own fucking head off live on the air. Throws it at me all the way
he might, dude. That's the funniest thing. But anyway, okay. So what I was saying is that Mark had it right. That it literally was. You could tell that this was rushed. That this was made to keep the rights into it. It was a cute little movie. Yeah, I mean, it was better than most of these that have been made. That it's rushed to, But you could have cut out all those fucking member berries like that they gave us. All the, remember this thing, remember that thing, because this movie was 2 hours and 15 minutes. And if you would have cut out like
90 minutes at best.
At best, and I mean. And I guess, that it was smart of them to release Violent Santa Claus right around this time. Because Violent Santa Claus is a thing now. We're never going back. Ever since, let's see what we had. Kurt Russell was Violent Santa Claus. Who else was violent? Now we had David Harper as Violent Santa Claus. Yeah. Then we had, who else? Who do we have this year?
Santa as a Violent Santa Claus?
No, all the Violent Santa Claus.
It's not J.K. Simmons being Violent Santa Claus.
J.K. Simmons now, but look at this Violent Santa Claus. Look at that son of a bitch. You can tell.
I honestly thought you were going to put a picture of Frecka up. Because he looked really Santa than fucking hand.
No. This is a good Santa. Look at him.
Okay, listen. That dude has either a third nipple or two belly buttons. That's AI, right?
I know. I've been trying to figure it out. I've been trying to figure that out.
Sewn together after cancer surgery.
Well, that's an AI image of this guy right here, and so it's like, that's what it was.
Okay, well,
I would like to express a craft opinion of the movie, if I may.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thanks. This is a 90-minute movie stretched to an agonizing 2.5 hours. They at best had 90 minutes of story here, and it's the 90 minutes of story that was in the Two Towers.
Yeah.
It was, oh no, the wild men are attacking. Oh no, we have to get to Helm's Deep. Oh no, all the men are dead. Oh yay, Gandalf has showed up at the last possible second to save us.
It's literally Brave meets Two Towers. Yeah. I mean, I got a question. So this was just like a small story, wasn't it? It was just a small story. It wasn't a story.
It was 2 pages of the appendices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I thought like if I remember reading something about Helm's Deep when I was younger. But so for them to basically say, hey, J.K. Tolkien did not write that right. I should correct what he wrote because he is not a good writer. I'm going to make his story better. I'm going to write better than J.K. Tolkien.
What do you mean J.R.R. Tolkien?
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
Did I say J.K.?
Yeah, you did.
I just said J.K. Simmons.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Have a drink, Neil. Just talk about that's great. Let me help you.
Hey, look, it's not much. Not much is gone. It's not like I'm.
I see that. There's a lot of inserting of one's own modern mores into this, to where it's like, okay, well, he didn't write a lot about Helm Hammerhand's daughter, so let's just create a movie out of her and give her a name which she does not have in the appendices, and we'll make a movie out of that. Look, if I'm a lawyer, if this is on trial and I have to defend that decision in particular, I would say this: if you're trying to not create a problem later on, if you want to develop a movie or a video game or a series or something, so you don't want to do something that leaves a large imprint on your version of the rights of J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay, fine, I get it, but there was a better way to do it than this.
Yeah.
This was so. I mean, by and large, I liked the experience of watching it when I wasn't bored. There's a long stretch of them because everything that gets them to Helm's Deep is good. Everything at Helm's Deep until the final siege at the end is boring. And then the last part is so over the top girl boss stupid, I had to laugh. And I kept looking at my daughter and winking at her because I knew she was over the fucking moon. Like, oh yeah, trick that dumb boy. Dudes are dumb. And I'm like, go for you. You know what? I'm glad to see yourself up on there, Lily, and and you see yourself succeeding. Good for you. But the rest of us men, what an awful way to end that movie. Like, all right, I understand you can lay siege to everything and we're on the run and there's no way I can match you. But what if we just have a fair fight? And this idiot, this lovelorn, heartbroken simp of a fucking emo goes, okay. And then proceeds to lose a fist fight to a girl.
I saw this in IMAX.
And their rationale is she was raised among boys and she knows how to sword fight and ride. So therefore, dainty girl wins hand-to-hand combat with large soldier. Go fuck yourself.
I saw this in IMAX with 5 other people. There were 5 other people in the theater.
Oh, did you?
There's a couple from me, a heterosexual couple, and the girl was wearing elf ears, or like the little pointy ears. Mm-hmm. And about halfway, she took them off, and I was like, okay. I'm like, she obviously is not enjoying as much as I did, or as much she thought she would. She went in, I could tell she was fucking excited as fuck. And by the midway, I think she was just like, I'm ready to fuck out of here. But it's
I know the rhythm of your podcast now, so I know we're nearing the end of this. So I just want to get this. I want to get my last move. I want to get my finisher in before we end. This triple threat, Neil. But why are you giving me that look? I made a wrestling reference. You're supposed to go and do cartwheels. Is he fucking frozen again? Oh no, there he goes. Or no, he is frozen again because now he's pointing to Sabu.
Oh, my cat's stuck in here.
I'm acknowledging my tribal chief.
Oh, just laugh at my silly joke. Anyway,
I was doing it anyway. So. What the fuck happened to Chris now? Jesus Christ!
One too many wrestling references. He keeled over and died.
He keeled over and died. It's like, what the hell? What is he doing? Is he murdering someone in the background? Oh my god, dude. Okay, the 17 people watching right now, please do me a favor. Send the police to Chris's house. He lives at 2724 Hanley, Shawnee Mission, Kansas. No, I don't know where Chris lives. No,
sorry. It was nice. And my cat was stuck in here and she was screaming. And now I tried to open the door and now she don't leave. So that bitch. Anyway.
All right. My camera just froze, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Can you guys still?
I can see you perfectly.
Then my camera didn't freeze. It was the virtual background that felt that.
Yeah. Just get rid of it. It's okay. We see you. You're in your living room.
I actually now don't remember what point I was trying to make, so just keep going.
All right. Anyway,
if I remember it, I'll just talk over you anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So this movie, the heroine was cool. The superhero, I have to agree with Mark earlier. I really think they should have just made it about Helm and been done and over with. It should have been about the guy himself. It shouldn't have been about, the girl that nobody. I mean, I get why they did it because they want to be that group of people. They want to, women power, and I get it, and that's awesome. But man, it's Christmas time. Just have Killer Santa Claus kill people.
I want more orcs. I want actual battles between creatures opposed. We had 3 orcs, the whole thing. I'm like, this doesn't need to exist, and it did. And here we are.
And well, the other thing is after a minute, I didn't even want to see it from his version of the story anymore.
Yeah.
I wanted to, or her version of the story anymore. I wanted to see him in the middle of the night going up cracking motherfuckers' necks. I was like, yeah, give me more of that guy. And it doesn't help that this family brought 2 small children and sat them right next to me, and I'm laughing out loud hysterically when he right at the beginning when the guy where hammer fist knocks down his hammer hand, whatever they call him, taser face, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, when he came down with that hand, killed the dude, I was like, yeah. And the little girl had to ask her daddy why the man was laughing at the other guy being dead.
And he goes saying, it's like, have you ever seen Con Air? So my score in this, out of 0 through 5, people for the first time watching it, me and Neil score stuff through 0 out of 5. Mark does whatever he wants to. I give this a 2.6. It's like I said, it wasn't bad. It's so unnecessary, and it's so blatant why this was made. I sent you guys a message of the rights thing, and when you see that, you're like, oh, that's why this exists. So it's unnecessary. It's kind of gross that it was made, and I really don't know what New Line Cinema is going to do with other movies in this one. They make other movies based on the Lord of the Rings. I guess they can, but whatever.
Now I remember what I was going to say.
Uh-huh.
And it goes to my rating.
Okay.
If you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. When you lose the girl Lord of the Rings fans, you done fucked up. In trying to make your girl boss movie, because here's my point, and I've said this on my show very recently. Girls that like guy stuff like it for the same reasons that guys like it.
Yeah.
They don't want it changed. They don't want it catered to them. They like the guy stuff as it is. If you're a girl and you like Batman, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, you like it the way it is for the same reasons that guys like it. The problem is Hollywood thinks that girls need everything catered to them, and that if a girl likes a guy thing, they don't seem to be being able to make the connection that if you just make stuff that the guys like the way the guys like it, the girls who like that stuff will come along.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know who's not coming along? The girls who didn't like it regardless.
Yeah, that's right.
The girls who are reading the BDSM Disney books by Katie Robinson, whatever the fuck her name is. The girls who are reading Twilight, the girls who are reading 50 Shades or whatever, don't like the Lord of the Rings, and they're never going to like the Lord of the Rings, no matter how girl boss you make it.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop doing that. Just make the guy-oriented IPs for guys. The girls who like that stuff will come along regardless. The big mistake they made with this, other than everything we've already talked about with the rights, is that they were like, well, what if we do yet another woke girl boss, female-centered thing, and we make her just, the bestest ever about everything? Well, then, okay, so you got my 13-year-old daughter who really appreciated it. But you're not going to... But how many of those do you think got brought to this movie by their fathers who were looking at this thing and would rather eat a gun than watch it? 2, you make something super like that, but don't put it in theaters. If you were going to do this the way they did it for the Lilies of the world, the Lily Raduliches of the world, the 13-year-old girls who tolerate this sort of bullshit, you have to put this on streaming. You cannot put this in theatrical exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder this thing isn't making any money.
Yeah.
Anyway, my rating is on a 3-point scale. So 2 things. 1, my normal rating. I'm not doing your bullshit rating. I'm doing mine. Okay? And it is 1 is contender for top 10, 2 is middle of the road, 3 is contender for bottom 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is a solid 2. Okay. But also, we came up with a new rating system, and it's how many alcoholic drinks did I have to get through it, and or what drugs did I have to do, and to get through this one is definitely smoked meth and a 6-pack of beer.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I feel like you just made fun of the people that live right down the street from me.
I dozed off in the middle of it. Meth would have helped.
All right. So I know we were having problems this entire time, like on the good on my side or whatever. But I just went over to our chat room, and it looked like that people were actually having a conversation about the movie. One person,
Robert Winfrey's brother, Dr. Hyde's been commenting, doing really good stuff there.
Yeah, like they said that there need to be a scene of her handmaiden teaching her to do the things because she's just a Mary Sue. I like that one. That one's pretty good. DBZ animation is just blah, so Dragon Ball Z animation is just blah. Thank you, these wankers saying this movie was flat. I never wanted to punch someone so badly.
I think he's talking about other people.
Yeah, he is.
Nice. Yeah. So, like, am I getting threatened?
No, he's not
threatening you.
Yeah, he likes us.
Okay. Because I don't want another stab wound. All right, I don't want it.
Neil, what's your score on this, dude?
It's weird that it happened twice.
I know, right? All right. Anyway, my score on this is. I'm going to give it a 2. I'm going to give it a 2.8 because I thought it was beautiful. I did. The visuals of it made me into it. I was happy that we all learned that elephants are the demons of hell, and people need to start realizing that all elephants are demons from hell. And you need to learn that they will kill you and your entire family. They are not cute, cuddly things. They need to die.
You seen pictures of me hanging out with elephants, right, Neil? You saw those pictures
exactly.
in Thailand.
I can't believe you got. And where were they at? In a cage?
No. This was a reserve. They weren't caged in at all.
Oh, okay. So they're in a bigger cage. All right, cool. Whatever.
In your other life, are you an elephant poacher?
No, I don't want people to kill elephants. I'm just saying.
Sound like you do, man.
What? No.
Elephants are running wild in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Did you not watch Joe Exotic, bro? Did you not watch The Tiger King?
Look, if I'm not on a podcast or working, I'm watching tranny porn. I don't got time to watch elephants running around. Fucking.
I know. I'm gonna run
swimming in pools.
I know. I'm gonna run tomatoes.com. What's the audience score for Lord of the Rings of War Rohirrim?
The audience score is going to be 44%.
84%. Yeah, crazy, insane.
What? 84 fucking percent?
Insane.
Kids like that anime, yo.
Yeah. All right, Neil. What's the
This is getting by on its anime animation.
Crunchyroll releases
the Sword of Omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
All right, Neil. What's the critic score?
I don't know. I lost all reality now. 77. Let's go 77. And they were 84.
48%. 48% just inverted.
Fucking inverted.
I should have gone the way opposite way.
Consensus. This anime deep cut from the Lord of the Rings mythos has plenty of spectacle, but its cliched characters and uneven animation resemble middle of the road more than they do Middle Earth. So, yeah, I read it.
AI.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to read a good review and a bad review. This is from at For Your Reference Podcast. He says, Odie from that. He goes, with Miyazaki as charm, Hiro proves a strong, capable leader. Wolf brings unexpected heart, making him a surprisingly rootable antagonist. Well-paced and deeply resonant. Right away, this has none of that Miyazaki charm. I'm a Miyazaki fan. This has none of that to me. The only thing that resembles anything that Miyazaki's done is that it's anime. That's fucking it.
He's Studio Ghibli, right?
Yeah, Studio Ghibli, yeah. Yeah, and I love Miyazaki.
Yeah, this has got none of the Studio Ghibli, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Studio Ghibli.
Magic. How about that? Magic, because that's what it is.
Yeah, there's another word I wanted besides magic, but whimsy.
Yeah, whimsy. Yeah.
It has none of the Studio Ghibli whimsy.
Yeah.
It's got to be Ghibli because every time I say Ghibli, I want to say Studio Giblets.
When I went to Japan, immediately I went to there's a museum of Miyazaki stuff in Japan outside Tokyo.
I swear this podcast is just for us to brag about all the places we've been.
Well, I wouldn't brought it up. I brought it up because it was mentioned.
I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking.
Chris,
dude, it made him laugh. Continue.
Chris, stop taking the bait. This guy has spent 20 minutes of every show doing a travel log. Just go. Tell your story.
I know. I know. That's what I'm saying.
But it was great. And then I found out being the Studio Ghibli, and I had to change because I thought it was Studio Ghibli forever. But then I went there and I was corrected. I was like, fuck. Anyway, this is. I
love Robert's brother. He's the best.
Yeah,
dude, he's awesome. I like this guy. Continue.
John Emoji from the Age of the Geek. He says this animated prequel is pretentious and none of the characters are interesting enough to make this anything more than an epic fail. My husband cheered up when one of the good guys died, but there's still some more to slog through. So
before we move on to the next segment, I saw the Battle of the Five Armies in theaters, and clearly the two girls sitting a seat or so away from me did not read The Hobbit. Didn't know to what fate the dwarves would meet. So as the cousins were being brutally murdered at the end of the movie, this one girl was inconsolably sobbing, just like she had lost a beloved relative as Keely and Feely fucking got killed.
It's Lord of the Rings, man.
And then when Thor and Oakenshield died, she was Thor and Oakenshield died. I thought we were gonna have to call a paramedic.
All right. So who's the one person if they're in a film, automatically, yep, that character is gonna die?
Yeah.
What actor
black guy
plays? Huh?
The black guy.
No, well, I mean, that's, for horror movies of the 80s and 90s. But what actor by name, if you see them,
Oh, what's his nuts? Who plays fucking who's-he-what's-he in The Fellowship of the Ring?
Boromir.
That's
yes, she got it. Yeah, there he goes right there. Boom.
Sean Bean.
Yes. As soon as anytime he's in a movie, go back and go through his entire history of his cinema history. Every time he plays a character, that character dies, like unexpectedly or whatever.
Sean Bean in Hot Frosty 2. Why do I have to keep dying?
You and Hot Frosty. You need a Hot Frosty tattoo. I'll get a matching Hot Frosty tattoo.
I'm about to give you a Hot Frosty, and then it'll be our little secret.
Oh my God.
Santa.
Oh my gosh.
Third time I felt that joke.
Chris, let's go to the news. This is the movies that don't suck and some of them news. Now, I'm going to say a bunch of stuff, and Mark might have heard it because he gets told everything from the voices in his head.
So, Neil, how many sequels did you tell us about today?
Shut up! Sorry.
What?
I was telling shut up at one of the voices.
There'll be a few sequels that we're talking about and some reboots we're going to talk about because they haven't even happened yet, and it's going to happen. So just get the fuck over it. First, we'll talk about the movie that just broke Prime Video with over 57 million worldwide viewers in the first 4 days of its release.
What is this? I don't know.
Red One is now the biggest seen movie ever on Prime Video within 4 days of its release.
Everything I said about that movie is true.
So it's gonna be. It was released on Prime just in time for this season. So everyone's that didn't spend money on it, it's like, okay, we have Prime, we can now watch it without spending money on it. And so here it is.
Yeah, it's not worth going to the movies for, but it's absolutely worth watching at home, and I'm sure people are loving it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so man, at first I was really happy because I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, 50 million people, that's awesome because they got to pay the $19.99, blah 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 blah. No, it's free on Prime.
Yeah, people are good. Yeah. It's easy.
And they only made like 139 million back. Did The Rock pay on the other 110?
they just took a bath on it. But Amazon and Apple are like the two like most profitable companies on fucking earth that don't sell, like oil or some shit.
Yeah, for real.
They don't care if they're dude. Apple fucking took a bath on Napoleon and Killers of the Flower Moon. Think they gave a shit?
No,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remember that little movie called American Gigolo?
Sure do, baby.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Richard Gere, director Paul Schrader.
My dick's hard already.
They, for the first time in 45 years, they are going to be reuniting, and they're going to be doing a movie called Oh Canada.
Okay, I thought you were going to tell me they were doing American Gigolo 2, and I was about to lose my fucking mind in a bad way.
Yeah, they're doing a whole movie now that it's based on a Patriot. The role is good for anybody, a fastball down for the middle. There's a lot of people that they were trying to talk to, like Anthony Hopkins, Jonathan Pryce, Abraham, and Tommy Lee Jones. But I wanted Richard Gere because it's a role that you'd never think you would see him in. So I don't know, like I'm liking that all these older actors are now finally taking chances outside of the rom-com, comedy, like, Hugh Grant with earlier this year. I can't think of who else is, but anyway, yeah, like I just love the fact, Ethan Hawke now, with Black Phone a couple years ago, like literally, like I love these actors that are finally like going outside of their comfort zone and doing something creepy. And I can't wait for more stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any actor that you think you would want to see that has done just one genre, but you would want to see them do something different?
First, everything I said about Robert's brother, I now take back. Hugh Grant is awesome. Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, he told us to boo-hoo Grant. Hugh Grant is amazing. If you don't know about how luscious his lips are when he kisses Bridget Jones, then you don't know.
No, fuck all that gay shit. Let me tell you how great he is.
Dude, no.
Hang on. I'm gonna save it. Hugh Grant in The Gentleman is my spirit animal. Okay.
I have nowhere else to go.
Oh my God, Hugh Grant calling people my love and just being like both like gay and menacing, just amazing. I want to be Hugh Grant when I grow up.
I do too.
In The Gentleman.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. I would choose my.
So your question of what actor do I want to see in a genre that
against
normally
type,
wouldn't do?
Yeah.
I've actually already seen it. Meryl Streep in Only Murders in the Building. It's such a light and frothy role for her, but she's so good. And she's like any scene she's in, she's the best actor in it. I don't know if you guys have watched Only Murders in the Building, but it's really, really good.
I've seen the first season of it, and
okay, so she showed up in the third season, and they carried her into the fourth, and she's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. Yeah. And it's very much against type because she plays a lot of dramatic roles. And here she's sort of it's sort of a dippy comedic role, and she's the best part of any scene she's in.
Yeah. 100% agree. All right, so moving on now down the line, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse has now found its directors. And both of them are first-time directors that kind of helped with the other two movies. Mm-hmm. But it is Bob, hopefully I get this kind of right, Perry-Shetta and Justin K. Thompson. And they are both people that worked on the first two films. Bob worked on Into the Spider-Verse as was part of the directorial team in some sense. And then the other one was the executive producer. Do you think the third one's going to suck now?
Yes. Next question.
Who's seen Bluey?
Ugh, what are you, one of my ex-girlfriends?
Oh, damn. Did you have girlfriends that like Bluey?
Oh, dude, I can't even call her a girlfriend, and if she hears me say that, she'll be mad at me. But yeah, some girl that I was dating for a while was every fucking day telling me about, like, you got to watch Bluey, and I'm like, you're in your 30s, knock it off. But like every other Arrested Development girl in the fucking community I consort with whores in was like, Bluey is just the best thing ever.
Well, the show that debuted in 2018 and has made the worldwide happy, the Australian cartoon show, is officially gonna be the biggest movie of 2027. Bluey is getting its own feature-length film.
So I don't want to see Dogman. I don't want to see this. I'm just tired of it. Let's just. I'm with Mark out there hanging myself when I had to see previews for this whole shit because they have the movies.
Just
all right. So Ben Schwartz from Sonic 3, which is coming out soon.
Jean-Paul.
Jean-Raphael. He wants to be thrown into the hat for a superhero. Now, it's the superhero who wants to play is the only superhero that Superman is afraid of, and that is Plastic Man. Is Plastic Man needed in the DCU?
Can I answer that by answering a different question?
Sure.
Neil's like, I hate when he comes on here. Our shows are.
I absolutely love it. What are you talking about?
Our shows are so much smoother and quieter when Mark's not here. I think the DC universe under James Gunn's gonna fucking blow up on the launch pad. I don't think Superman's gonna be good, and I think it's gonna bomb. I think James Gunn did fine with Peacemaker, but I'd like to remind people that Peacemaker was a television show and not a major theatrical release. I would also like to remind people that despite it being in 2021 and it being day and date on Max, and that does work against it, to be fair, but his Suicide Squad movie did less well than the David Ayer one that everyone hates. James Gunn, his Guardians of the Galaxy movies were fantastic, but I'd also like to remind the court in my prosecution of James Gunn that he was still...
Yeah, notice.
Your Honor, that James Gunn was also under the tight reins of the Ike Perlmutter Marvel Cinematic Universe. He couldn't go too far outside the box. Letting James Gunn be in charge of the DCU is a wild misread of that man's abilities. I think this next iteration of DC movies is going to blow up and fall down immediately, starting with Superman. So do we need a Plastic Man? I would love a Plastic Man movie. Not with James Gunn helming things, not with this iteration of DC movies, and not anytime in the next 10 years.
Damn. All right, well, just because people think he's like the Deadpool of the DCU is why, I'd want to see a Plastic Man.
I hear you.
Ryan Reynolds is already playing Deadpool. Who do you get for Plastic Man? You got to get someone that has
Ben Schwartz.
Theo Von, I guess.
Oh, dude, no. Don't put Theo Von.
No, Theo Von. Yeah, Theo Von, man. That guy needs some work.
He's doing plenty of work. It's fine. We don't need Theo Von in movies. But
what DC Universe is dying on the launch pad because Henry Cavill has a cult that will boycott that movie just because we teased him coming. Oh, that's a good one.
I am so smart. I am so smart. And I
talking about being smart. Is it smart to go back in the water after you've already had Major Shark chase you? That's right. Mr. Richard Dreyfuss from Jaws is going back into the water in the new movie. What was it called? In the Deep? Into the Deep. Now, he will be playing the father of a woman that goes into a shark cage and the shark attacks and all that stuff. Now, did anybody else remember that Richard Dreyfuss did not die? And I read this and I was just like, that's interesting. This is Richard fucking Dreyfuss. Why is he in a B fucking sci-fi movie called Into the Deep?
Now I want to see the movie about the conversation where they remembered Richard Dreyfuss was still alive and then decided to get him for this movie.
Yeah, he's 77 actually. I didn't have a clue. He's still around.
My God.
I didn't know. I thought he died in 2018, honestly. So,
right, I did too. And I was just like, when I saw this clip, I was just like, oh, he's still around.
Why
is he in a B horror? Like, it's such a bad. Like, I saw the clips and I was just like, why? Why?
Was it him that was in the movie with Randy Orton where he plays like a music school teacher or some shit?
You know about Mr. Holland's Opus?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, he was.
I don't think Randy Orton was in that.
All right, now I got to look up Randy Orton's fucking filmography.
I know, right?
Which hurts me deep.
All right, let's do a couple quick ones real quick. Wicked, the sequel, is now being named Wicked. What is it? Wicked Too Good or something like that? Wicked for Good. Yep. Superman trailer drops tomorrow, so we'll see if good old Mark and are ready to, you know, if it's going to be sucky or not sucky.
I was thinking of Ed Harris, and the movie is That's What I Am.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Another favorite is returning to the Avengers Doomsday. Haley Atwell just signed back on to replay her part as Peggy Carter. Will be added to the Doomsday.
Now I know that the low-hanging fruit and the easy bet is that Mark's going to complain, except that I like Haley Atwell's face and boobs, so I'm okay with this.
Everything. Well, I mean, since they announced last week that, you know, Chris Evans is coming back, how did you know that Peggy Carter was going to come back? You know, basically what's going to happen is they're probably going to it's going to probably be in those years that we don't see of Cap'n and Peggy.
I want to see Chris Evans do something extremely dirty. We were talking about against type. Like, he was so wholesome in everything he's in. I want to see him do something fucking awful. You know? Anyway, that's not what I'm at.
He was funny at the end of Deadpool with the rant that he does.
That's true.
I think I saw a similar news item that Chris Evans was confirmed as Nomad.
Yeah, okay. Also, did you just say Chris Evans has never done anything nasty?
I want to be more nasty. You know,
he literally is in a movie where a banana is sticking out of his butt cheeks.
I want to see the movie where Chris Owens has Chris Evans tied to a chair and to this to some
just
sexy
doing
music.
whatever he wants.
Chris
guess.
is just like Chris is like in Chris Evans' face, going, "I want you to be nasty." And Chris Evans like, "What are you doing to me?" I need this. Dorian Price wants me to make a short film. I now know what my muse is. It's Chris Owens kidnapping Chris Evans and being weirdly sexually awkward with him.
Yeah.
This is what I need in my life. That's my short film.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Right. So we're moving on. All right. Idris Elba has stated that in his round of interviews for the Sonic movie that he has been begging to do a movie with Keanu Reeves, and he wants this movie to happen now. And it is a movie that is going to cover everybody's favorite topic, video games made into movies. He wants to back Cyberpunk 2077. Why is this the best idea that came out of anybody's mouth in the last year?
I don't know, man. The game is fine. The game is fine.
The game is more than fine. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's fun. It's fine.
You get to play as a rock band. You get to do rock band.
Okay, so listen. The coolest thing about, to me, the Cyberpunk 2077 is that the Refused did the soundtrack for it, or at least Refused did the soundtrack for it. I like that a lot. But other than that,
you mean the music that plays across the entire movie when you actually become one of the band members and you got to play guitar like Guitar Hero on the fucking stage? Yes, I know that part because I fucking love that game. Anyway, let's move on.
Do you love Refused?
I have solitaire games on my phone.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're 45. All right, now
48.
I was giving you a couple years. I don't know what you got on your.
No,
I'm
leaning into my old man of the mountains, and I don't want them painted phase.
Nice. All right. Megan's new sequel, Soulmate, is going to be basically Fatal Attraction with a robot.
Oh yeah.
M3gan.
So that's going to be great. It's going to be like a robot that wants to bang.
Yeah, no. I know you don't want me to go in a rant every single news item, but But let me tell you how I have been a proponent of banging robots for at least a decade now. I have been saying
I agree. Bang robots, guys.
I
seriously.
have been saying when the robot sex doll becomes affordable and more available to the average American men.
Why did we just go from 27 people to 3?
women are doomed, and women are already on TikTok crying about where are all the men because all the men fucking gave up. You give us fucking sex dolls, you'll never see a man interact with a woman again.
No.
That movie did not bomb, Robert. Megan actually did really well.
Intriguing did great, right? I think it did a lot of.
By the way, that Soulmate's a spinoff. They're doing Megan 2.0 is the sequel.
Okay.
And Soulmate.
Soulmate is a spinoff. Yeah. Also talking about another sequel that we didn't know was coming. Barbie the sequel is being worked on now. Barbie.
We don't need a sequel.
Greta Gerwig.
Why?
On board.
Who's being directed?
No, why?
I don't make it. Don't fucking make it.
Right now, Greta Gerwig is on board. I don't know if she.
I hope she leaves the project and it gets directed by Johnny Knoxville.
Yes.
I'd watch that. I would watch that.
Only if he teams with Bam Margera.
Fine. Bring the whole Jackass crew.
Yeah.
That's what it needs. Barbie directed by Jackass.
Jackass Barbie. Here we go.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. The sequel has finally signed Jennifer Love Hewitt. She will be a part of the movie.
Didn't they have so
we're gonna get
sequels for like the TV? Like I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Didn't they do that?
They did 3 movies. The last one was straight to DVD, and that was I Will Always Know What You Did Last Summer or something like that.
Okay.
All right, last 2 fucking news things of the night. First one, this one makes me happy because I can see it. Not only do I want to see it, this is the movie I want, and I want it now. They are making a movie of one of the most classic favorite TV shows. Probably your grandma still watches it. And that is the one and only from 1984 to 1996. The one and only show.
Welcome back, Harder.
Come on, let's see. Come on, get more guesses. I want to get more guesses.
Golden Girls.
No.
Just tell me.
You guys are right.
What's happening?
Who's the boss?
Nope. You guys were with the Golden Girls. Go back that way. You're going way off.
Start with.
Yeah, you're in the areas with those though. You're in the area. All right. Murder She Wrote as becoming a movie, and this is what makes it very happy. Ooh, the guy said, "My giver." What's me giver?
MacGyver.
I think he meant MacGyver.
Yeah. He left out a C. Don't make fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him. I'm making fun of you, Mark. Anyway, but they found an actress who's in talks to be playing the famous Angela Lansbury character, or Jessica Fletcher. I'm sorry, Jessica Fletcher. Jamie Lee Curtis as that character.
Are they going to do a Charlotte Lansbury AI version of it?
I would have gone with Megan Fox.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
Is Megan Fox 16? I didn't know it.
Yes. And she looks 16 in the Expendables 4.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Matlock has already been, Robert, Matlock's already been remade, and it's with Kathy Bates.
Okay.
All right, last but not least, here it is.
Hang on. You have an applause button?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I played it when you came in. It's like,
when did you have an applause button? When did you get an applause button? You've never used it.
I used it earlier this episode when you asked Mark was in.
Now that this makes me think how much you don't love me. Because you never applaud me for anything I do.
Neil,
all I want is applause. Anyway,
the word you're looking for is approval.
Every time I'm on the podcast,
I don't go to karaoke because I like hearing other people butcher songs.
Neil calls.
I go there because I want to hear them applaud me.
So what happens when Neil calls me every day? He says this:
"I will fuck you. All right, I will enter you."
He says it every day. Yeah. So.
Whatever. Well, me and Maud's son were hanging out on Sunday, just hanging out with Bad Flower, eating some barbecue, and just having a good time. Anyway, last but not least, the guy that is in this movie that we are about to review, guys, this will not be the last time you see him. No. Because Aaron Taylor Johnson has accidentally revealed that Quicksilver is not dead and that he will be returning to the MCU in one way or another.
That's Kraven.
Lizzie Olsen, phenomenal actor, absolute star, wonderful human being. And I'm not saying that she's really lovely. I don't know why she didn't resurrect me, but I'm just saying resurrection's right around the corner.
So is my erection. Move on with this.
And that's the news. Let's get to the last movie. That was the movies don't suck and some of them news. I told these guys a bunch of things. They bitched about it just like they always do. And now we're moving on.
Let's talk Kraven the Hunter, directed by JC Chandor. Okay, go ahead.
If he's gonna bitch and complain that we're giving honest reactions to his news stories, instead of having us here, just take us out of the box and put in a clapping seal. That'll make me happy. Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver is back.
I'm gonna download that clip next time you're on, Mark. All right, so let's talk about Kraven the Hunter, directed by JC Chandor. I love JC Chandor, and I don't anymore. He directed Margin Call. He directed All Is Lost, Most Long Year, and Triple Frontier. And this is something he made. This is written by Richard Wayne, Markham, Matt Holloway. This stars Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter himself.
Like Batman and Robin.
Mariana DeBose plays Calypso Azili.
Tell Tony.
Fred Hutchinger plays Dmitry Kravinov.
Your wife, yes. Remember the privileges we have granted her?
Also, Russel Crowe plays Nikolai Kravinov.
Is there any chance that you could ignore what I just did?
And no one else gives a fuck about who is in this movie. And what's your the storyline for Kraven the Hunter?
You know, these people work years on movies.
I don't give a fuck. Read the storyline.
People have a whole line of credits at the end of the film. People suffer. Blood has been taken. Families die. Why they are making this film for art entertainment? You can't just say you don't give a fuck.
Read the storyline.
And one of the greatest movies of Sony's
Stop fucking around and read the storyline.
Kraven's complex relationship with his ruthless father, Nikolai Kravinov, starts him down a path of vengeance with brutal consequences, motivating him to become not only the greatest hunter in the world, but also one of its most feared.
I don't even know how to begin this one. Mark, why don't you start out with this one?
I got it. No, I got this one. I'm starting this one off. Fine. Fuck you guys.
All right, fine.
I had all the problems. You guys got to fucking talk for 15 minutes about the other shitty movie without me. I came back. Now this is all me. This movie is exactly what it needed to be, and it was an application for Aaron Taylor Johnson to be goddamn James Bond. Period. Bottom line, the best scenes in this whole fucking movie was, and Aaron Taylor Johnson was kicking ass, kicking everybody's ass, kicking over the ass. He ate the ass, he kicked the ass, he was behind the ass, sniffing two guys' asses. It was all of the ass, but he did it. He was a badass, and that was the only good thing about this whole fucking movie, except for the fact that we now ruined the origin story of like 4 different characters from the Marvel universe. Like we just totally obliterated them. We're just like, hey, what does Rhino do? Who fucking cares what Rhino is? Even though some of us thinks he's my favorite thug turned villain. Anyway.
So, you know, so you like the action scenes? Yeah, go ahead.
Chris, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
So you really like Strange Darling, huh?
I loved it. I loved it.
It's not going to make my top 10. I got to be honest with you.
All right. Is it going to be in your bottom 10?
No. It's a solid 2 for me. But there was a lot of style there and a lot of craft. Neil's gonna fucking hate me.
Come back to
but it's not as good. But I as much as you're like my, and again, I actually brought this up. As much as you're like my indie snob and you're sort of my guiding light when it comes to this sort of thing, I feel like the credit Strange Darling is getting is a little inflated.
I don't know, man.
That's what I have to say about Kraven the Hunter.
So
last time ever invited on this show.
This is the reason we invite you on the show. What are you talking about?
So Neil, you really like the action scene in this, really? Because most of it was just him running.
Yes. Okay, so then he'll be the next Mission Impossible guy. He'll take Tom Cruise's place.
Neil, you can't catch BK thoughts.
If this is a right application for a James Bond movie, I don't want to see it. If this is an application,
really?
Yeah,
because Daniel T. Craig didn't smash through a fucking bulletproof window and grab a guy by the throat.
I'm just saying
didn't
this.
See that in any James Bond movie? I think there's in 3 of them to be fucking exact.
I'm just saying, Kraven the Hunter is fucking terrible in all rights of the word. Even there's one cool scene, really cool death scene. Other than that, this movie is fucking garbage.
Sir. I cannot take that advice from somebody that thinks that Dark Knight Rises was a good movie. All right,
I said Dark Knight was a good movie.
You have no rights to say anything about any comic book movie when you think Dark Knight Rises.
No, I said the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. I didn't say Dark Knight Rises. I have problems with Dark Knight Rises, but I love the Dark Knight, and I can't believe you don't. I really don't.
But anyway, okay. Talking about this movie. The action in this with Aaron Taylor Johnson and how hard him and his stunt team fitness work, because they also worked on Fall Guy this past year. They've also were Aaron Taylor Johnson's stunt team was also the stunt team that did Bullet Train. Like literally, he's really good at action. He needs a fucking series. He needs. I hope this was one of it. I hope this was it. I hope that he was going to be this badass, goes in there and rips throats out.
Bourne books he can do.
Whatever. Give him some character.
Have we run out of Bourne Identity books that we can adapt?
Yeah, isn't there Tom Clancy shit the motherfucker can do? Like literally, there is like so much. He needs something, and he needs to stop getting put in these fucking shitty movies that just don't work. Like the script of this one was bullshit. They made up half of the backup. I mean, they ruined Calypso. Like Calypso, like is supposed to be this awesome badass voodoo queen that was heavily in love. Like boom, wrong guy. But she was supposed to be like absolutely in love with him. You could see him like back in the 1966 Spider-Man comic. But like, I don't know what the hell she was in this movie. She was just kind of like, I'm here for eye candy.
My favorite thing about Kraven is like, I hunt people and we get no explanation how he does. No, not always.
Yeah.
I said on Monday when we reviewed this that I'm a hunter is the new a wizard did it. And I will be using that. I will be using the I'm a hunter line to get myself out of any problem I'm in.
All right. That is funny. See, I took this dude's name. Gray Man books are still a thing that should be adapted better than Netflix. Oh, there we go. But my problem is, all right, one of my favorite characters, villains, I should say, of the Spider-Man universe, is one Kraven the Hunter. I absolutely love him. He is like one of the best ones in comic. I mean, there are tales by Kraven the Hunter that literally make you cry reading the comic book. That's how good this character is written. And I was hoping for that. That did not happen. Then on top of it, they're like, hey, not only are we going to fuck up your favorite fucking villain from Spider-Man, guess what, Neil? Your second favorite villain, we're just going to fuck him up too. We're going to make him look like some fucking idiot. Like, did it not look like the villains and the action scenes in this movie were from like Blade Trinity or like, you know,
it was really shitty CGI. It was really bad CGI in this movie. Really bad.
It's like going back and watching Spawn now.
I was gonna say, we are 1 or 2 degrees removed from Mantor. So here's my thoughts about Kraven the Hunter. Pool Man, which was written, directed, and starring Chris Pine, was said to be the worst movie of the year. Like, worse than Madam Web, worse than The Crow. I haven't seen it, but I want to now to see just how bad it is.
Oh, the Crow movie?
No, Pool Man.
Oh.
Pool Man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Written, directed, and starring Chris Pine.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the trailer for it today. It looks way stupid, but I'm having a hard time believing it's worse than The Crow, which is literally the worst thing I saw this year by a large margin. At least Madam Web I could laugh at. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Kraven the Hunter.
Did you even talk about Kraven the Hunter?
Not even a little. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to talk to your audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I begged them not to do this. Begged. I said, please let me come on and talk about Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. And they said, okay, but we want to talk about Kraven the Hunter. And I said, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna hurt yourselves. And you're gonna it's gonna hurt you, it's gonna hurt others.
Yeah.
Don't do this. And they said, no, we must. We are compelled. And I said, all right.
We must increase our bust.
So
anyway, that's my thoughts.
Neil, I knew that Neil would not let us see this, so I acquiesced to Neil's demands because I give him as much credence as I give myself when it comes to decisions made on here. And here we are. So,
you could have talked Hot Frosty as your streaming movie, and it would have been a better use of your time.
I am. This is my best way to say. I am
smelling like
so
a rose
happy.
that your mother gave me on your birthday's deathbed.
I am so happy. I am so happy. You made me lose my train of thought twice. But I am so happy at the end of the extended
Not so high.
Spider-Man universe. Look, because one, when they were going to do the Sinister Six, so that was where this was leading. This was the one that this was leading. I was like, so how are they going to do it? And because this is the thing, they made Morpheus, they made Madam Web and all this stuff to add all that stuff. Well, I don't know if you guys ever read a fucking comic book, but guess who's not in the Sinister Six? Any of those guys. Like, the person that's in the Sinister Six, the original was, I believe it's Kraven. I got a picture.
Kraven, Doc Ock, Scorpion, the Hobgoblin.
No. You are that's 1980s, bro. You need to go back a couple decades. Hobgoblin, Hobgoblin didn't even come around for a while. Let's see, is it this one? No, that's the Jackal, because he's in the movie too. No, that's the first time we ever see chameleons in that one. And there's Chameleon. Where's that? I know I had it. Oh, there it is.
Chameleon.
There we go. So the Sinister Six was Sandman, Kraven the Hunter, Doc Ock, the Vulture, Mysterio, and Electro. That was the original Sinister Six. That's it. Each one of these movie guys exist in a movie now. Each one of them. And they're like, you know what'd make it better, Madam? You know what'd make better, Sinister Six? If we made Madam Web and Morbius in there. Not Michael Keaton, Jamie Foxx, Jake Gyllenhaal. Fuck those guys. We don't want to pay them. This is the way that we need it. Thank God someone put a stick in your fucking universe and you died.
Mm-hmm.
It was like watching a relative you don't like die in a hospice.
Oh my God.
It was.
This whole Marvel Cinematic Spider-Man adjacent universe. I went on a rant about this Monday. Part of the reason why I'm fucking around with you guys and I'm not saying anything is I went through all of this on Monday, and I can repeat that if you guys want, but I don't think people want to hear me repeat myself. But I will say this: they took all the wrong lessons from the Avengers. They've taken, Sony did. Like nobody. As much as I love the Avengers, it's the worst thing that happened to the movie industry because nobody understood why it made $1 billion. That makes movies. And
they have none.
No, not a fucking clue. The other thing, and Robert has talked about this ad nauseum. Dorian in this separate podcast said the exact same thing Robert did, and I had to cut him off because it's like, yeah, we've cut it's well-worn territory. But it's funny that Wicked's out right now because while the idea of making the sympathetic villain backstory a thing wasn't new at the time Gregory Maguire wrote the novel Wicked, it is because of the novel Wicked and subsequently the musical that popularized the idea of let's make all of our new fiction about bad guys and how sympathetic they are. I don't want to get into moral relativism and all the other stuff I talked about adjacent to that. Suffice to say, between not understanding how cinematic universes work and why they make money, and team-up movies work and why they make money, and not understanding why you shouldn't always give villains a backstory in a sympathetic movie, it's no wonder this thing was an abysmal failure every single step of the way. This should have never have happened. Never.
Right.
It is all of the worst decisions made by lizard brains.
I'm with you 100%.
I agree. This was like a movie that the only thing that even kind of saved the movie again was Aaron Taylor Johnson being a total fucking badass the entire movie. It's like again one of those situations where I don't like the movie he's in, but I like that he's in it kind of scenario where
he's very attractive.
I was gonna say I wanted to agree with you. Here, this is the one thing I'll say, and you know, so you can say, we brought him on. Did he actually review the movie? Here's my review of the movie.
Review the movie, you bastard!
You stupid dick. Come on here and waste.
Don't touch my dick. It's weird. Anyway,
that you did it twice. Anyway, it is a perfectly fine B action movie. It sucks as a Spider-Man comic book movie. It sucks as everything else.
Fucking A. Agreed. There we go.
But if this was Ham Sandwich the Hunter and it had no association with anything and it was just a $20 to $25 million guys who like gritty action movie about some asshole running around with Beastmaster powers, this would have been fine. And it also needed to be shortened from the exhausting 2+ hours to 90 minutes. And speaking of lessons all the wrong lessons that studio executives are learning, can we go please back to the 90-minute feature? For the love of Christ, the next time you greenlight a movie, just say it has to be 90 fucking minutes and let them argue for the extra 30.
Yes.
If they need it.
So the thing that I think upset me most about this one, and it's because I didn't want to see this, but I was like, okay, JC Chandor.
I tried to warn you.
I know.
I tried to help.
But I love JC Chandor as a director. I was like, I'm a big champion of that guy. So I'm like, maybe he'll do something here that makes it look bad, but actually be good. And that didn't happen at all. He just fucking. It's after seeing Margie Calling All Is Lost and loving those movies and being okay with Triple Frontier and Almost Final Year, I was thinking, okay, this is something he has, and it's so fucking bad. It's not the worst thing I've seen this year, but it's up there, and so I just don't know why.
Yeah, it's not bad enough to make my bottom 5 because it's so bland.
Yeah,
like Madam Web is hysterically bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Crowe is. The Crowe is literally the worst made movie this year, and then the 3 others, which I don't want to give away.
And it just doesn't make any sense. But like it's just so bland. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like this was just a cheese sandwich. You know, there's nothing exceptional about it. It's fine. You know,
it's right.
It's like when my son says he's hungry, he's just gonna put a piece of cheese on 2 pieces of white bread. This will be fine. All right.
Didn't even add no mayonnaise, no HP sauce, not little pepper and salt, no garlic, none of it.
Nope.
You know,
just 2 pieces of Wonder Bread and some Kraft American cheese.
Whoa, you can afford Wonder Bread in these times? Damn, bro.
I'm fucking rich, yo.
Yo.
All right, Neil,
he's just staying at one of his houses right now.
Neil, did you want to go through the clips? Do you want to go through the facts on this one after this, or do you?
I don't like to flaunt my wealth. I don't want the bitches to find out and use me. I'll shut up now.
Or do you
I don't know, because I've used most of the facts just for our conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Jackal, they mentioned the Jackal, which is Dr. Miles Miller. I mean, I guess this is kind of a spoiler part, but I mean, the movie sucks, so who cares?
Yeah.
This is the actual Jackal in the comic books. The Daily Bugle was in the background. Of course, people saw that. Kraven. Oh, there's the original Rhino in his original work that when he came out.
Stop putting the Rhino in movies. That looks dumb.
I mean, like, fuck you for saying that, because Rhino is literally one of my favorite fucking villains of all time. Every time I go to a zoo, it's the fucking thing I look forward to more than anything is the goddamn rhinos.
Why do you want things you like to be ruined?
Exactly. Why is Paul Giamatti the good rhino?
Given the choice of the two, yeah.
I mean, they're both Russian, which was exactly what rhino was. Let's see. Also, the one symbol that they did in the movie, which was on a lot of stuff, this actually is a voodoo symbol that when you put it over someone's face, it indicates that voodoo doctor Baba, what's his name? Papa Legba. It's Papa Legba. This is actual real religious thing. So if you put it over someone's face or their name, then so he will come visit them that night and try to take them to the other side of, like take them to hell.
Whenever I go to New Orleans, whenever I go to Tibby's New Orleans Cuisine here in Tampa, Florida, I always order the Baba Lega.
And there's another thing I noticed. The beginning of the movie was playing the hymn to Red October.
Well, at least
they didn't even create their own original music.
I was gonna say, well, at least they didn't recycle Howard Shore's fucking score from The Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god!
All right, Neil, do you want your score in this one?
Oh shit! Oh no! We got accusations going down.
Oh, hold on.
We got accusations going down. Mark. This guy says we know the reason you don't want to flaunt your wealth is because you stole it from work.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Damn. All right, Chris, let's go on.
What's your score? Did you start with the score in this one, dude? This is your turn.
Out of 5, a 4 point.
Give a fucking roll, everyone, dude. Dead air. Come on.
I know it's dead air because it's my dead air.
As opposed to a dead movie.
2.6. No, you know what? 2.5. This is an STD. Something to do.
Okay.
This is an STD. Something to do.
Okay. Mine's 2.3. It says STD tag for sure. This movie fucking sucks. I hated it. I really did. I did not enjoy my time watching it. I walked out of this and I was like, the things I could have been doing, besides sitting in Kraven,
I could have been hitting myself in the dick with a hammer.
I know that. I would have enjoyed that more, maybe. At least I would have learned something.
Will you stop telling him to hit his dick with a hammer, dude? You know how many times he's been to the hospital since the first time you told him that, bro?
I'm not here to kink shame, sir.
So, Mark, is this a 1 out of 3 for you?
What? It's going to be in my top 10? No. It's a low 2.
Okay.
It's a low 2, and it's a full case of Pabst Blue Ribbon. Because I feel like you should get blackout drunk and take lots of pee breaks.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What's the audience score for Kraven the Hunter?
This is definitely going to be, from the audience, it's going to be 62%.
It's 73%.
Oh my God, they went higher than I thought.
Now, what was the critic score for Kraven the Hunter?
You have to get into negative numbers.
3?
No, it's not that. Is that what you're going with?
No, okay, 27.
15%. 15. 1.5.
Nice.
Damn! I overshot it.
Here's the AI description of it. Of the critics. It says, claiming the trophies with the throat story and shoddy special effects, Kraven the Hunter turns out to be a paper tiger.
Bad AI. Bad.
This is
Bad AI. Bad AI.
Go find the one that says I'm craving something better so I can smash my head into my computer screen.
This is from Brandon Avery of the Just My Opinion reviews. The action was good. That's the whole review.
And he can see and he can see Russia from his house.
And this is from Zachary Barnes of the Wall Street Journal. He says, about as exciting as the board meeting from which it surely sprang. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one a lot, actually.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Kraven the Hunter. You guys can waste your time in theater seeing this bullshit.
Hey, Chris. Yeah. Chris. Now you can't do that, man. You can't be. It's the Christmas time. Don't be an asshole.
I said I wasn't calling people just saying if they don't waste their time and during this time they can go to the movie and see this bullshit. It won't be either in 3 weeks. I'm almost sure of it.
Why does it got to be bullshit? Just because you don't like it, it's bullshit.
Most people don't like it. I'm one of those people.
Well, you are one of those people, but still, don't be like that. Don't kink shame.
We spent the last 30 minutes shitting on this movie. Like, why are you defending it now?
Why do you take the bait every time, Chris?
You're right.
Every time. He lures you into the alley.
And he just goes right in. He's like, I don't care. There's no lights. Why is there a scary guy with a knife behind me?
Why must you walk into the alley with your pearls, your pretty, pretty pearls?
Oh my God.
And he gets out and he opens his trench coat and his dick's just hanging out. Right.
That van says free candy.
All right.
Chris, may I teach you something from the school of Radulich?
Yeah.
Just tell him to go fuck himself. Just go. You know what? Fuck you, Neil. And you think it's New York accent.
You can tell me to go fuck myself because it's kind of hard to do, but if you just get it the right angle.
Sure.
You find
you get a robot sex doll.
You can find Solid Movies on Select.net. We're at Facebook.com/podcast. We're at WTM.com, W2movies.com. You find us there. Neil's with Mark stuff. We're on Patreon.com/Movies. We're at MTS Podcast on Instagram. We have a YouTube Movies Don't Suck podcast. We have all this other shit. Every fun podcast on Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Mark, you want to give your details out again?
Yep, I'm at Mark Radulich on TikTok. Someday I'll update it again. So someday when I'm not working or out doing naked swimming or hanging out with my kids, I'll actually have time to edit again. So tomorrow, I just want to plug one show.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
This is very special. This is very special to me. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow night at 9:00-ish. It's not going to be live. It'll be posted after because we play videos on the show, and you can't play videos. YouTube kicks you off. But tomorrow night is our Metal Hammer of Doom jukebox, and we're spending Christmas with Body Count.
Nice.
Body Count will be in the house. We're going to spend Christmas.
Whoa! Like Ice-T Body Count?
Yeah, they have a new album out called Merciless. It's fucking great.
Oh my God. You know how when I was younger, this is a fun story, dude. Mm-hmm. I used to have a cassette tape of Body Count, and I knew how to make doubles of cassettes, which a lot of people didn't know how to do it, I guess. And I when they banned it or they took off Cop Killer, I used to sell cassettes Body Count. I mean, oh my God, Body Count, dude. I don't mean to
sound like the original Green Day fan or anything, but I had an original Body Count album with Cop Killer on it. Before
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I had the cassette with it on it. Yeah. And I would make I would record blank tapes, dude, and sell it to people.
That first Body Count album is so good. It's like, that's not my job, asshole. My job's not to help you fucking ass out.
Hey, so that's good. My KKK bitch.
Oh, I love it when you fuck me, though. Listen,
Cop Killer, better than you and me.
My eye, bitch. Anyway, so
that's awesome.
I was listening to the new album, and then it went to an older Body Count song. They did a cover of Institutionalized.
Yeah.
and it starts off with "I'm home and I just wanted to play my Xbox and she wouldn't let me, bitch."
It's great. I think it's better than the Suicide Tendencies version. I really do. I love it so much.
So does my 10-year-old son. I had him in the car and he's fucking dying laughing. He's like, "Is this a parody song?" And I'm like, "No, this is a real thing." And then I played for him the Suicidal Tendencies one, and the whole ride home from taking him home to his mom's, he's just like, "Dad, all I want is a Pepsi, just a Pepsi," and she won't give it to me. And I'm like, "Please tell everybody that in school that all you want is a Pepsi, and she won't give it to you." Anyway, the whole point of me that entire rant was that I went to ChatGPT and Suno.ai and recreated the body counts in the house song as a Christmas song.
Oh, nice.
And I will air this as our intro tomorrow night as we spend Christmas with body count.
Nice.
And that's all I care about in the world.
But sir, do you have just a little taste for us right now? Just a little taste.
Ooh, I don't know how I'm going to play it on here.
Yeah, so now we'll just listen to the tomorrow.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
This is how
hang on. I might be able to help you.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, bam, do something. But hang on.
Bam, do something.
Here we go. You guys ready for the Mark's bite count?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear a clip of this.
Your Christmas with body count. Your Christmas with body count.
That's awesome.
Your Christmas with body count.
Yeah.
I was so proud of this.
Yes.
Mark, will you be my dad?
Neil, I'm going to tell you what I told one of my clients and every girl I date these days. I don't want to be your daddy.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to my personal hell.
All right, so Neil, what are your small businesses now?
I don't fucking know anymore. If you're a small business and you need advertisement for free, we'll be more than happy to do it for you right here on this podcast. We'll talk to you, advertise you to our thousands of listeners or millions of followers right here. Movies that don't suck and some that do.
It's gonna be so much hell to fucking edit this thing. God damn.
Oh yeah, dude.
If you guys
just do it, just release it the way it is.
Yeah. Next week we actually will be off. Me and Neil taking the week off. As crazy as that sounds, but we are. And when we return, we'll be doing a triple feature of Anora, Nosferatu, and Complete Unknown on the 2nd of January. So when we return.
Cool.
All right, and I guess that's good. You guys ready to get out of here?
Yeah. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
I'm Mark.
Remember, guys, no matter how hard you try in life, you can never get what you want. So when someone says, "Hey, I'm going to make a movie of maybe the universe you love," probably don't go see it until you hear the reviews. Have a good day.